How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm trying to find a spot where I can prop up the phone so I can sit down and actually ask a question.
Where
There's somebody's spot.
where you
So
from?
look, right
What's
here.
your name?
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, so what's your name? Where are you from?
Hold on. I'm from VA.
Oh, nice. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, well, I said what's your name?
My name is Devin.
Devin.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice
What's
meeting
up?
you too. So right here, right now, issue that I've been having is just like I like to keep the peace and everything, and my issue is just like in Ecclesiastics, it says right here. You know the verse, it's a time for peace, a time for war, a time to love, a time to hate.
Yeah.
And just my whole issue is just like I don't like being forceful or violent and everything, but I do know it's just like there's a time where I'm going to have to be that, and that's just like, how do I know when it's that time? And it's just not like just myself.
And it's just not your flesh.
Yes, sir.
I would say first and foremost, like you got to spend time with God. So the more time you spend with Him, the more you recognize His voice. Jesus says, "My sheep know my voice," and I think the sheep know His voice because they spend time with Him, right?
No.
So So I think that in this word, spend your time in the word, spend your time in prayer, and then also apply the word to your heart, because it says that the word, if you're reading it honestly and sincerely, the Bible says that the word is a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword means a sword that can cut this way, but also cuts back this way. So it cuts yourself as well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So when you're doing that, continue to apply the word in your life. And you're not going to be perfect. Sometimes it may just be your own anger, and you may need to, God will convict you of that later. But I would say that first and foremost, spend time with the Lord, spend time in His Word, and then um, make sure that you're not, you're not doing things out of your own selfish ambition, but because you're truly trying to stay to your convictions, if that makes sense.
It kind of does. It's just like basically what I got. I'll make sure I'm like translating this right.
Yeah.
Make sure whatever I'm doing, make sure it's not for my own gain, but make sure it's all for the glory of God.
I would say make sure it's not for your own gain. Make sure it's for the glory of God, but for His righteousness, for His kingdom.
Okay. Can you elaborate more on that for me, please?
So, for example, let's say that, let's say this. Let's say that I am, or we'll say, yeah, we'll say it like this. Let's say that I'm a Christian back in the, I don't know, 1700s in the South, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I would probably be, I mean, I'm mixed. My dad's black, my mom's white, so I'd be in trouble too. But if you're a believer and you go to a church, and in that church they are saying it's okay to treat people like this because they're not really people, they're not really that, and they're treating African Americans, they're treating Native Americans, they're mainly treating black people as slaves. If I truly have a zeal for the Lord and righteousness, I'm not going to let that be taught. It's going to bother me that that's taught in the house of the Lord, that it's okay. It's going
I
to
get
make me
exactly where
angry.
you're coming from. I
It's
get
going to make
exactly
me
where you're
angry.
coming
So that's a righteous anger. Just like when Jesus went into the temple and He saw people, because back in those days you had to go to the temple and you had to present a dove or some sort of animal to get
from. Yeah,
sacrificed
the
for your
ox.
sins to be forgiven, right? But
Yes, sir.
what people started doing was people started going out in front of the temple and said, you can only use this stuff, these birds. And they would sell them at a really high price. And they would take advantage of people who are really trying to just do what God told them to do. And Jesus was angry about that because it misrepresented God. And He flipped over the tables and He flipped over the change and everything. And He got angry. Not because He was just in a selfish anger, but because He was full of zeal of the Lord. And we're never going to have it. I'll be honest, we're never going to have it perfect. But over time, I believe that God slowly starts to sharpen you and sharpen you and sharpen you. So something you may think, man, I've got zeal for it right now. God may a couple of years later say, hey, that was a little over the top. Let's tone it down just a little bit. That was a little bit of your flesh that came in, and he'll constantly teach you. But I don't think we'll ever be perfect. But I think the main thing is to pray and trust that God will guide us.
I feel you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I see you on live a lot more because honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I have been distant from God for some time, but I'm starting to get back in tune with Him and everything. And so it's just like I appreciate this conversation.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, man.
So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hopping on.
Oh yes, sir. But I'll talk to you soon whenever you all go live again. And have a blessed one, bro.
Oh yeah, you too. Thank you for hopping on, everybody. We usually stay on for an hour, or sorry, 2 hours. Anybody who, anyone who didn't catch the beginning of this, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's in the link. The link is in the description in the bio, and from there you can see the replays of all of these lives. And eventually, we're going to start going live only on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe so that you can go there, and we're going to try to set up a system where people can call in, things like that. So thank you for hopping on. It's been fun. I got to go see my wife and my son now, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.